Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel. And welcome here specifically to my This Is Us review. Sorry about that. Here for This Is Us. Really? I still want to load. Come on. What? Sorry, it's taking. I'll read my notes here verbatim. All right, here we go. Let's just move on here. Let's talk. So about This Is Us latest episode. Sorry about the delays and stuff. Computer acting up, being a pain in the butt. Anyways, thanks for putting up with us. Certainly, there's a lot to appreciate about The Waiting Room, while the show has narrowed its focus to single story installments before, usually to very good results. This is the show's first true battle episode. The melancholy score is entirely absent even from the main title card, and until it's moving, the action never leaves the hospital waiting room. Indeed, we're all about a full day from Kate having been rushed to the hospital after her water broke prematurely. Now the whole family is reunited under less than ideal circumstances. The episode sadly feels awfully thin, mostly addressing cliffhangers from the past two episodes, which didn't inspire much intrigue in the first place. Kevin has to face his family and girlfriend after relapsing. Randall and Beth, once again at odds over their working lives, air their grievances in public. The latest disagreement, the two rivals simply put to the side. All the while, Miguel was feeling irritated again about his place in the family. Madison is hanging around too much, the family's dismay, and Rebecca is sitting in a corner despondently, commenting on the appearance of electrical outlets and the patterns in the waiting room furniture. Randall emerges in Paluda as the main point of tension. At one point in the episode, it feels like everyone is mad at him. Kevin tells him early on, "You've got to let me breathe, man." A quick reminder that when he's not in a good place, he tends to look at his good guy brother with derision. But the fact is that Kevin's acting a little unhinged. The doctor tells some of the family to go home since they've been waiting for so long, 26 hours to be exact, and that there's no news, only for Kevin to pull him aside, boast about how much money he has, and demand that he step aside for a better doctor if he reaches his limit. Randall steps in, apologizing on Kevin's behalf and saying his brother isn't his best self right now. I'll say though, this episode reminded me particularly of last season's intervention episode. After although uncomfortable at times, but at times, Pearson reunion. But back then, watching the pain and resentment play out between them felt wrong, fresh and illuminating. I'm just not sure what's the point of spending another hour with it here, especially since so little happened. It's more. The lines Kevin speaks to Randall like, maybe if you had left with me with Nikki and Randall gets the final say in our family, don't really say much that's new. And more importantly, don't actually leave an impact on the narrative. Watching Zoe come to terms with Kevin's problem, I had along to Beth telling her it was okay to bounce, as the final moments in the episode ends, in which she informed Beth that Kevin had vodka in his water bottle. Doing so may have been for the best. I do think it was. I mean, you have to do. There's also the curious case of Miguel. He keeps trying to force an Atlantis game to cut through the tension, determining if food that doesn't get better with either chocolate or ranch when one apparently doesn't exist. Later, after Kevin nastily, but only kind of understandably, asks why Madison is sitting among the family, going on about her Instagram session, Miguel bumps into her and bonds over being a Pearson outsider. I never get a seat at the table, he laments to Randall, and he's asked to stay out of one of several Randall Kevin conversations. Just feels so out of place. He gives Madison advice to be there for Kate in her own way, and she went to her apartment and have the Ruth Bader Ginsburg doll that Kate wanted to give her baby upon its birth. Then there's Randall and Beth having literally the same argument they've been having on and off the whole back of the season, only this time in public, because everyone's there and they have nowhere else to go, so why not, I guess. It's not really resolved. The main revelation comes when Randall thinks he finds a solution by asking Rebecca and Miguel to pick up more of the slack, only for them to reveal that they plan to move to California to help with their new grandchild. So I suspect we've more drama over work-life fulfillment balance coming down the pike. Once among the show's consistent highlights, and even in this episode, like when Beth tries to restrain herself as a woman sits in the waiting room loudly eating pretzels, the couple has become a real drag on the show. I'm all for conflict and real examination of marital difficulties, but I'm not sure that the husband abruptly becomes councilman and wife realizes she wants to become a dance teacher after getting fired. Conflict falls under that category. Though maybe I am just being a little bit harsh, but as This Is Us third season enters the home stretch, it's disappointing to be given such a. I could wait for something to happen. Not in plot necessarily, but a breakthrough that justified doing a bottle episode. At least the waiting room had two strong moments. One which really pulled on the heartstrings. Even if Rebecca's charismatic behavior felt a little unplayed or overplayed and played up, the resulting monologue about waiting for Jack after the fire is really quite powerful, and it's also worth appreciating in context, as Rebecca's telling everyone to put aside their personal problems until the news of Kate and the baby come in. It felt strange that the episode invested so much time into the petty squabbles since it seemed like this indicated the emotional power of the Pearsons, just sitting there with the anxiety and terror of the situation and just letting it all out, maybe not in the best way. It could bring up a lot more than the various plots the show has been spinning all season. Maybe. The other affecting moment is the aforementioned Skoda, which takes the action out of the waiting room and finally brings Kate to the forefront. After informing the family that Kate is okay, that the baby was born prematurely via an emergency C-section, Toby reunites with his wife and their new child, who is hooked up to various machines. Toby appears frightened by just how small he is. Kate looks at him and says, I already love him. And tell Toby I've been hesitant, but I want to name him Jack. He agrees. Now, seeing how the future is in a sense with Toby, with that phone call, wedding ring off, and stuff like that, I think a character might pass away. I don't know. Who knows? That could be the case. Or they lose the baby. Another Jack passes away. This one being a baby and before they even live life, and that tears that couple apart. They get divorced. So maybe she doesn't. The character isn't killed off, but the marriage dissolves into nothing. Like that could be what happens in regard to Toby and Kate. I'm just trying to think about this moving forward from what we've seen in past episodes and stuff like that. I just wanted to share that with everything that I've just been saying here in my notes in regards to this week's episode. They're in the waiting room, the episode called The Waiting Room. So I just wanted to just share that because I think that's probably maybe sort of kind of, we'll see, maybe not at all, thing that's coming on with them. They have the baby, they lose the baby. She's already connected to it. She dives deep into her own depression. Her husband's trying to help her because he knows how it is because he's been having that. He tells her the truth of what he's been doing or been hiding. They talk about having an argument, but he's saying that I'm just trying to map out how the storyline would go moving forward. And then he said, no, I just want to tell you because I've gone through it, this and that. And then she's just having none of it. And then they get divorced. She doesn't kill herself. The character doesn't get killed off. Like I said, that could be a road to happen. But I'm just trying to go off by that one scene at the end of that one episode. When Toby is answering that phone call. And he's in bed by himself, no red ring on, and crying baby. Unless that's to throw you totally off, and that's way in the future. Kids in high school or college already. The wife is gone doing something else. You take the wedding ring off because you don't want to go to bed with it on. Whatever randomness like that. You don't want to lose it while you're sleeping. I don't know how you would, but you never know. Oh, man. There's so many ways of how you can take what that scene showed in that one ending frame of that episode back then. Not too distant past. I don't know. But I just wanted to share that. Anyways, back to this episode and the recap. Here. Kate says a little prayer to her father. I don't know where you are, but I know that you're there. She says, this is Jack. This is your grandson, and I need him to be okay. And I don't know why, but I know that you can do that. She takes out the RPG doll that Madison brought, shows it to her son, and tells Toby, through tears of joy, that things will be okay. I do hope this is true for baby Jack, and I hope it's true for the final episodes of the season as well. We're, as I said, in the home stretch for This Is Us here, moving forward and nearing the end of season number 3. Season 3. I guess we'll just have to see how it all ends. And that's just how it's going to be there. But I certainly am looking forward to it. And I thank you all. I hope you all enjoyed this review of mine, sharing my thoughts and otherwise. So welcome to like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe. Let other people know about this channel. I mainly talk sports, but I do talk about, as you can tell, a plethora of TV shows and other randomness that I might throw up on the channel. Like today, I'm going to be doing a video soon here, or whenever I'm able to, about D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. A friend of mine was talking about that. And I'll be doing another video and a video of a reaction to the first official trailer for Aladdin. So looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing that, seeing that. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weather in your area. And above all else, as always, take care.